All right. Here it is. There we are. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How is everybody? Julius is already going nine eggs with no. Oh my god. It's a little early, Julius. Just gotta hold your horses for a little while on the egg count. That's very funny. How's everyone tonight? I hope everybody's doing well. I hope your week has gone well. My whole day got thrown off. Not a whole lot of fun, but it happens. But I did get a ride in later in the day. That's the one thing I definitely did. I was like, Becky was like, "We got to go for a ride. You got to go for a ride." I'm like, "Okay, all right." I go, "We can do that." All right. So before we get into everything tonight, I want to remind everybody that this is a very family-friendly oriented channel. I would ask you all to please be kind and decent in the chat. No racism, no nastiness, and we will have a good chat. And if you cannot abide by those very simple, easy rules, those awesome people that you see lit up in blue will boot you out of here because we're not going to have it. That being said, it is Friday. Man, I tell you, this month has been freaking cranking by. But Prepper YouTube James Marati is that? I have no idea who that is. Munder? I have no idea who that is. Who is that? What was his channel about? No idea. So, all right. So, we are going to talk about the ever increasing gas prices. Who's to blame for it? Again, I know I recently did a hey Ed and Jay from Dublin, Ireland. Well, Reg, how are you tonight? Glad to have you here. I'm glad you joined us. I know that it is 5 hours later over there, so I appreciate you hanging out and joining us for the chat. Hey, Nurse, love you, do. Thank you for taking us on this journey with you. You're welcome, Jasper. I appreciate you joining us on this. I think that it's a fun journey. There's a lot going on, and see, the thing is, like with what happened today. Okay, now I will honestly tell you, a lot of YouTubers, and I'm not saying all, but I'm saying there's a good portion of them wouldn't even put that on because it's something negative that happens. They're not going to show the negative stuff that happens. I believe that it's important to show the negative things that happen, and I also believe that it's important to give credit where credit is due. And a huge shout out to Brian for first of all being up nice and early, and helping me walk through things and figuring out what was going on and what we needed to do to get everything squared away. So I think that that is it's awesome to be able to have people that you can count on, that you can call up and say, hey, what this happened and I'm not sure what I need to do, and then have them help you out that way. So again, huge shout out to Brian. I think that that's really important to acknowledge that because and again, you have to show the good and the bad. I think it's really important to show the good and the bad, and it wasn't the plug, Patty. The generator was working fine. That's the point. The generator itself was working. It just, I think probably, like I said, the ground wire being disconnected. So, hey, Ed, are you going to put a gun range in West Virginia? Absolutely, Ricky Bobby. We will have an area that we can practice, and it will be into one of the hills, obviously. I don't want anybody to get hurt, but we do have an area that we can utilize. So that'll be good. So, all right. So we're gonna talk about these freaking absolutely insane gasoline prices. We are absolutely gonna jump into this, and I'm gonna tell you. I talked to the attendant today, and I'm gonna tell you what we were doing today. So anyway, we got 368 in the chat. We're at 116 on a thumbs up, guys. Let's get off to a good start with this. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to please do that to show the price or show your appreciation. I do appreciate if you would shoot a thumbs up. It really means a lot to me. Also, it really does help with the algorithms as well, and it makes a big difference on the channel. Hey, Robert, damn the ground wire. Yes, absolutely. And thank you so much for the donation. I do appreciate that. Um, but again, like I have that other generator. It's working. It's fine. I think the ground wire was the issue. So also, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Also, hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. So, thank you very much for that as well. All right. So, I don't know what diesel is here because I didn't even look at that part today. But I got into town a couple days ago, as you know. I've only been back here a couple days. And when I got into town, I had to go down. I had to fill up the truck. And gas was 4.69 here. Just this is what yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. Gas was 4.69 yesterday. So the girls had used some gas, with a generator. So I said, all right, let me take the gas cans down. I'm going to get them topped off today. I don't like having empty gas cans sitting around. It's an absolute waste. So I went down today and the gas is up to 4.85. So from yesterday to today, it was up 17 cents. So I was talking to the clerk, and she said that in the last 3 days, gas prices have gone up 50 cents. 50 cents a gallon in 3 days. And it is absolutely insane. So 4.85 a gallon for gas right now. And again, I'm not sure what the diesel is. I really didn't look at that because I wasn't really paying attention to that part. But it's absolutely insane. And of course, when you talk, when you listen to the president, and he's blaming the hike in gas prices on Ukraine, or on Russia with the Ukraine situation. Well, if I'm not mistaken, gas was up, way up before that situation ever happened. Way before that situation ever happened. It's 5.29 today. It was 4.99 last Friday. Wow, that's nuts. In Elkins, West Virginia, gas was 4.39. All right. Yeah, it's just. So I'll give you an example, guys. I filled up 4 or 5 gallon gas cans. Okay. And of course, that should be 20 gallons. I put 22 gallons in those. I usually put in about 5.5 gallons in each one. I try to get as much as I can. For 22 gallons of gas, it was $106. Unbelievable. Yeah, president. What president? Exactly. Exactly, JJ. We don't have a president. So, but again, and I heard, now I don't know if this part of it's true. I do not know if this part of it's true, but here's something to think about. So they released some of the oil reserve, and I heard this, and again, I cannot confirm this, so I can't say this is a fact and this is what was done. But what I heard was that they released that oil, they processed it and shipped it over to Europe. Now I don't know if that's true or not. So that gas wouldn't. Yeah, somebody just said ship to Europe. Then that means it didn't help us at all. Didn't help us at all. So what's up with that? You know what I mean? It's like we help everybody else out, but we don't help ourselves out. And I don't know if you guys saw that the Senate just approved that $40 billion aid package to Ukraine. Now, here's a problem that I have with that. Okay. Well, I have a lot of problems with that. But there's no accountability. So we just send them that money and then they can do whatever they want with it. There's no, okay, well, this much goes to here and we need to see where that money went, which would make sense, I figure, since we're sending them that money. But, you know, it's just the whole situation is just nuts. It is absolutely nuts. But where do we see gas prices going? I've heard a lot of chatter that Just filled up 6 cans today and paid $140. Yeah, old grid junkie. Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. Like I said, 106 bucks to fill up 4. So crazy, absolutely insanity. And again, I don't believe that it's going to get better. I believe that it's going to get worse. I also have a feeling that these things are being done intentionally. I cannot say that. Here's my proof. I'm not saying that. That is my own feeling. Uh, they have the capacity. They have the ability. Uh, why were we oil independent 2 years ago, and now we're not? Policies would play a big part in that, as we all know. And here's the other part that I have a really big problem with. All these executive orders that they can just do whatever they want. They can write this in, write that in, and we're just supposed to um, go ahead and say, yeah, whatever you want to do is great. I don't get it. I really just don't get it. I filled up at Sam's this Wednesday at 476.50 bucks for half a tank, so it'll be 100 if I take my vehicle in empty. I'm in Vegas. Well, I'll tell you what. I topped off my truck today as well. So, like I said, 106 went into the gas cans, and then I put another 54 into the truck, and that was a little over a quarter of a tank. So, it's just like I said, it's just absolutely insane. But like I said, we're in big trouble. We're in big trouble because people cannot afford this at all. Um, they can't afford it. People just, with everything that's going on, people are hurting. People are hurting big time. I mean, and again, so what happens when diesel prices rise, gas prices rise? Now your food prices are going to go up again. Everything that's being shipped is going to end up being more expensive because you're going to have that problem with everything that's going on. Everything gets trickled down, and it's always the consumer that ends up paying that price. So not a good situation at all. Not a good situation at all. Uh, Eastern Washington has gas outages. Some places in Western Washington have gas outages. Signs are being made to hold an extra digit. Wow. Yeah, it's going to be. When does the revolution get here? Yeah, right. We are watching a slow spiral of things going down the toilet. Again, strictly my opinion, and I think it's going to get worse. I don't see things getting better. And what is the breaking point? When do people say, enough is enough? I'm going to tell you. I know, like I said, as you guys know, I'm traveling back and forth from West Virginia to New York, and it is killing me in gas going back and forth. Especially I'm spending like a week in New York, and then I go back and I'm spending like 3 weeks in West Virginia. I mean, pulling an empty trailer, pulling an empty trailer. What did I pay? So I had a full tank of gas when I left. I stopped right outside of Pennsylvania, and I topped off there. That was 80 bucks there. And then when I got back here to New York, it said I was, what did it say? It was like 50 miles away from being empty. And then, so I went and filled up, and I put in 140 then. So it's just, so that would be 220. And that's what, not anything, no load other than the trailers that I'm pulling behind me. So, we're talking, when I load this up this time, I'm obviously taking the four-wheeler down. I'm definitely taking more food preps down with me this time. And, I just keep trying to get as much down to West Virginia, each load, each time I come up here as I can. I hate to think, honestly, I hate to think what it would cost me, to rent a U-Haul, to pay for gas for a U-Haul, if I was going to do it that way. It's just, the whole thing is just going to be absolutely nuts. I'm paying 300 plus for gas bills here at the house, 200 a month plus electric. I can't afford to eat. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening to a lot of folks. Uh, the electricity bills have been going up, and I know that that's been going on for a while. You know, yeah, the rich are getting richer. You have these oil refineries, record profits, oil companies, record profits. It's absolutely nuts. What's the mileage difference between both of your properties? It's more than 500 miles, Robert. I'll just put it like that. It's less than 600 and it's more than 500. So it's a haul. It takes me it's a while to drive that. But mileage wise, on the way back, I got 12 and a half miles to the gallon pulling an empty trailer. When I have the trailer full and I head down, uh, I think I was right around. I think the last time when I did it the last time, I was right around 10 miles to the gallon. So it's going to be, it'll be 250 bucks or more one way when I go back down. So, it's just, it's a vicious cycle that is not fun. But, like I said, I don't really have I cannot wait to sell this property in New York and go from there and get that part of it done. It is just beyond time to get out of here. So yeah, motorcycle sales on the rise. I believe that. Ed, have you considered actively searching out used building materials like windows and doors? What I'm going to have to do, yes, there is the marketplace on Facebook that you can get a lot of good deals. I have to do a lot of different things. Everyone loved the lockdown prices, but ExxonMobil lost 22.4 billion in 2020. That was not going to continue. Oh, absolutely not. No, no, absolutely not. So, but yeah, it's yard sale season. There's a lot of flea markets and stuff like that down in West Virginia, and I will be definitely hitting a bunch of them when I go back as well. I love yard sales. I love flea markets. You can get some great deals on things. So, but yeah, it's just you know, people are hurting. A lot of people are hurting, and they're hurting bad. Gas prices, which again, gas and diesel, trying to go anywhere, just trying to go back and forth to work. I mean, it's gotten ridiculous. The Harley production just shut down for 2 weeks. No one can afford the new bikes. It's you have to make choices. People are absolutely having to make choices, prioritize. So let's talk about this, folks. With everything going on, people are not spending money. People are not putting additions on homes. They're not doing those projects that they would like to do because, again, talk about the price of lumber. The price of lumber is insane. Everything is costing so much money. Now, I will say this. I know, like, when I was getting supplies for the battery room in West Virginia, that Lowe's that's down there was absolutely packed constantly. No matter what time of the day we went, you know, why are no captions available? They should be, Juby Joe. I don't control that part of it. That is on your end. You just have to hit closed captioning on your end to be able to get the closed captioning. But yeah, Biden is worse than Jimmy Carter. Well, at least Jimmy Carter could do a legible sentence and you could understand what he was talking about. And he doesn't have to have a big stuffed Easter bunny redirect him because he starts rambling and talking nonsensical stuff. It's frightening, to be honest with you. And it's not about um, auto-generated closed captioning is a hoot. Um, yes, Jimmy Carter was a nice person, at least. Like I said, I think that that was his problem. Harley, Pennsylvania shut down because of not getting parts. So let's talk about that too. there are a lot of businesses that cannot get the products that they need to build the materials of the things that they need to have to do things. So there is a long delay, or they just can't get the parts. Period. I'm seeing a lot of that happening. You know, they have. So here's another question that I would have: why we have, okay, the baby formula shortage here in the United States, right? Oh my God, the big baby formula shortage. Why isn't there a shortage up in Canada too? Does that make sense to you? Does it make any kind of sense? You would think, if we were short baby formula, why is Canada not short baby formula? Does that mean it is being orchestrated? Does that mean it's being done on purpose? Ed, I just looked and it said subtitles, closed caption, unavailable. Huh. It has nothing to do with me on my end. So I don't know why that would not be available for people. Well, I know that they're saying with Abbott Laboratories that they have some plants that are having, they had the issues with some of the baby formula. They had to shut stuff down, and those type of things. But again, why is there not? Do that? What Abbott's got the corner of, the market cornered on baby formula? You know what I mean? Yeah, there was a contamination. I knew there was a contamination, so I knew that that was, something that had happened. But why wouldn't another company be able to pick up the slack? That doesn't make sense. Attention had spoke with the manager at our gas station, and he said they just got the last diesel delivery for the foreseeable future. Wow. Yeah, that's yeah, no CC during the live chat. Probably after the live chat, you're probably going to be able to get it. Once it goes up, once it processes and goes up, you probably be able to get the closed caption then. So 100% on purpose what is being done to this country. I can't disagree with that statement. Abbott handles 60% of all formula. Wow. And again, when you have one company um, has the lock on that, then you have an issue with them, and then you have an issue. Period. Again, why is there no diesel available? That doesn't make any kind of sense at all. You know, it's always a contamination or a virus. That's the new norm for this administration. Well, again, and then you forgot we got to blame it on Trump or somebody else. They have to deflect. Never take personal responsibility. So Abbott was one facility that was affected. They have 14 facilities. I gotcha. Okay. Contamination ended up being debunked, but the FDA dragged its feet on allowing the plant to reopen. Yeah, there is. When I talked about with the licensing, okay, with people, passing their physical, and not be given their license again. Some people said that they hadn't heard of any problems with that. Other people said that they had. So you just never know. You just never know. But there's definitely things happening that is definitely not for our best interest. So I'm trying to, like I said, right now, trying to deal with two homesteads is not a whole lot of fun. Could I do a video on the new monkeypox? I did see where that was, you know, there was a gentleman in New York City that had recently visited Canada. Those Canadians and the monkeypox. I'm just giving you guys a hard time. But they said that he had gone up to Canada to visit, and he ended up coming back, and he had that. So that so here's another part of that I have a question of. When you have a disease that really just affects West Africa, in those areas there, all of a sudden now it's all over the world. Does that make any sense? You know, but it makes no sense to me. So suspicious, possibly, you know, but I have a lot of concerns, like I said, a ton of concerns moving forward, and I think that people just need to really stay diligent, realize what's going on and act accordingly. Yeah, the open borders, absolutely, that's a huge problem as well. And I love this too. And I just saw. Well, so what do you got? 7-Eleven in the chat, guys. We're at 249 on thumbs up. Again, I'm going to ask real quick if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, to please do so to show support for the channel. I do appreciate that. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithms as well. So the more interaction that we have, the better it is for the channel. So I thank you for that reason as well. Again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you for that as well. You know, like I said, I don't like to do gloom and doom. I really don't, because there's a lot to be gloom and doom about, though. Every time you're turning around, there's this new issue and that new issue and this going on. And, they're reaching into our pockets more and more and more every time you turn around. It's insanity. It's absolute insanity. And, you know, I'm always going to talk about this. I'm always going to mention this because I think it's that important. Continue to get ready. Take care of your business. Take care of your families. Don't be victims. That's important. Don't be a victim. Be proactive. And when the time comes, what we have to remember is we do not want to react when the time comes. We want to act. You know, can I use stable in diesel? That I do not know, full of hope, because I don't store diesel. So that question I cannot answer. I apologize. Maybe somebody else in the chat can answer that question for you if they store diesel. So the question she's asking is, can you store or put stabilizer in diesel? So that's the question. And if somebody would throw that up there in the comments to answer her question, that answer I do not have, so I do apologize. Oh, they make diesel stabilizer? Okay, Prep Rebel just said they do make a stabilizer for diesel. So there is your answer. All right. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. High fuel prices are a regressive tax. Well, like I said, somebody's making money, and it's not us. You know, what is my opinion on a solar generator? Good question. I've been asked that before, and I will honestly tell you, I have not used a solar generator. I had a buddy of mine that had a solar generator, and I can only go from the experience what he told me. He said it was not very efficient. He tried it. He said he did not like it. I have not used that. As you guys know, I use solar for pretty much, all my power needs. I also have, actually, I got to do a review. I got a power pack with a solar panel fold out kit. And there I will show you guys that charges up the box. And I will see how well that does. We will test that out. But the box was up here, and of course the panels are in West Virginia. So, but did you know James Munder? He died in a car accident this morning. Yeah, Miss T. I have no idea who he was. So no, I did not know him. So I did, yeah, but somebody else was saying that earlier, that he had died, and I did not know how he died. What was his channel's name? Can we legalize marijuana first before SHTF? I think that will be legalized in every state eventually. And again, I think that the reason that is going to be done, it's another way to distract us. If they keep us stoned all the time, then we're less likely to stand up and fight. That's just my opinion. So there is a product you can put in diesel tank to prevent gelling. Okay. It's legal here in New York too. So I'll tell you how they did it. Underground was his channel at. Okay. Yeah, I did not know him. I had, you got to understand there's a ton of YouTubers out there. So I did not know him. But so what was I going to tell you? I was just going to tell you something. Oh, completely gone now. I hate when that happens. But again, you know, keep prepping, keep getting ready, do what you can to help yourself and your family. That is, well, the monkeypox thing is what I'm hearing is it's not very fatal. It's, obviously contagious, but who knows what's going to happen. I got Max in here with me. I'll show you real quick. Max is over here having a nap. I got puppies, of course, all in here. All three of them are here. I have Miss Pandora is right. Or is that Caesar? Let me see your paw. Oh, that's Pandora. Pandora's right here. Ella's at the end, and Caesar's over by the door. But but apparently, people in Africa say they get it all the time, so it's no big deal. Yeah, it's just I shouldn't say honest opinion because it's like that would be I would be accused of spreading false information. What is the next thing to scare us into submission? I'll make it a statement like that. You know, what's next? You know, I am beyond done. I'll be honest with you. I'm seeing more and more people once again when I'm out and about with this on, right? And I just shake my head. I don't say nothing. Do what you got to do. If you feel like you're protected and you're safe, knock yourself out. How close do you think we are before the country explodes from all the SHTF stuff? Good question, John. I think what you're going to see, I think we're going to see a slow progression of things getting worse as the year goes on. They are talking already. The highest risk of power outages is Midwest. Louisiana they said was high risk, and all through the central states were high risk of blackouts, power outages this year coming up. And so that's obviously something that's very concerning, very, very concerning. And, you know, again, if they're telling you that there is a real good possibility this could happen, most likely it's going to happen. And, you got to understand something. Apparently, Jimmy Kimmel tested positive for COVID 2 weeks in a row. Jesus. I'm sure he's had all of these, though, so he should be perfectly protected. That's all I'm going to say. But I just, my generator is illegal in California. California's got some crazy, crazy laws out there, and they're trying to do the same thing in New York. They're absolutely trying to. I don't. So, did you guys see the new bill that was just proposed? What was it? Booker, I think was one of them. The guy from New Jersey, a Democrat from New Jersey, and a few other ones where they want to. And again, it amazes me how this goes on all the time. Um, Ed, would you do a video cooking over the fire in West Virginia? Yeah, I can do that. We do it all the time. Yeah, the federal gun permits. Yes, that was the new proposed bill that they're trying to push through. So basically, you would have to have this federal gun permit per weapon. I think is what they were talking about. So if you wanted to go out and get a weapon, you had to jump through hoops to basically get it. The gun has to be time stamped and all this other nonsense. And but they were talking about that, and so they were saying that it's a 5-year thing, and if you're revoked, then they would just take the gun back. So I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, isn't that what gun background checks are for? Yeah. Well, it's absolutely unconstitutional. Again, um, that would be a complete gun registry. Of course, it would be. And again, you have to understand something with that. Okay, how many people realistically, let's say by some miracle they got something like that to go through? What do you think the percentage of people that would go, yeah, okay, we're going to do what I'm going to register everything that I have, and I'm going to comply with your rules and all that type of stuff? because it's like one of the things that I saw in that article was you could have your weapon taken away if you were not complying with how it has to be stored, right? So basically, they come up with a way that you have to store it. The problem is, folks, and I will tell you this again and again and again, okay? And it's just it's this is I know it's common sense, and it doesn't, so some of these people don't have common sense, especially politicians. They're not living in reality. Criminals, shocking as it may be, shocking as it may be, criminals do not follow gun laws. Criminals are not going to have their trigger guard on their weapon. They're not going to keep their weapon stored over here in the house and their ammo over here in the house in locked different in places. Okay, criminals aren't going to do that. Criminals are going to be locked and loaded when they come into your house. And if you have weapons, and you got to fumble with your trigger lock, get your weapon out of that secure area, run over, get your ammo, try to get everything loaded to protect your family. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. You know, what you need to do as a responsible adult, you teach your children that guns are not toys. That you show them to them. You take away the taboo. You show them how it works, so it scares the crap out of them. So when they hear that gunshot, they know that this is not a game. That this could hurt somebody, and you keep that by the side of your bed. So when the morons decide that they're going to break into your house, you can send them out in a body bag. That's my take on it. Okay. You know, it amazes me here. It just amazes me. We carry concealed weapons here with no permit. Well, this is why, folks, again. So people said, why West Virginia? There's another reason right there why West Virginia. Living in West Virginia, I am allowed to open carry or concealed carry with no permit. All right. I talked to a gentleman down there, and he said, we do not have a lot of fights in West Virginia. And I said, really? And I said, why is that? He says, because everybody considers that everybody else is armed, and a lot of people are armed. So there's not a lot of fist fights because somebody will pull out a gun and shoot you. You know what I mean? So like in New York here, if you want to get your pistol permit, you can't just go to the store and buy a pistol and everything's great. You can do that, in other states. You got to jump through hoops. You got to you got to go through like a major background check where you got to get references. You have to, do all this stuff. It costs you a tremendous amount of money. You have to buy the weapon ahead of time, and the gun store holds on to your weapon. This is in New York, okay? And it may take you a year if you're approved. If you're approved, it's unbelievable. Gun laws are pretty laid back in Arizona. I think you have to have a permit to carry concealed, but not sure though. Okay. Yeah, but it's you know, again, my thing is what the Second Amendment says, and Nikki's Nook just put this in here, shall not be infringed. That's what I go by. So whatever nonsense that they try to push down our throat, you know, whatever. I believe, yeah, an armed society is a polite society. Exactly. If criminals know that they break into your house, that you're going to give them a dirt nap, okay, they're going to think twice about breaking into your house. But if all the laws are designed to restrict the law abiding citizen, then the criminals know they have carte blanche and they can do whatever they want to do, and there's nobody's going to stop them. So think about that. My thing is always this, folks, and I will tell you right now, I would rather be judged by 12 than carried by 6. So, you come into my house with bad intentions, and I'm not making threats. I do not make threats. But I will say this: if you come into my house with bad intentions is what you're going to get. It's as simple as that. That's not a threat. I'm not trying to scare anybody. That's a promise. So, but yeah, the criminals just do whatever they want to do. I've seen things where criminals broke into somebody's house, got hurt, sued the homeowner, and won. All right. here's a little thing for you. Okay, little thing for you. It really makes it very, very simple. Dead men don't tell lies. Simple as that. Dead men can't sue you. Very simple. Okay, so but that's it. So again, I just just sharing information. And yes, Kit Carson says, I refuse to be a victim. I'm the same way. I'm not going to be a victim. Absolutely not. So my family is more important than anybody else as far as I'm concerned. The people that are in my group are right there as well. Those are the people that I care about. Those are the people that I want to watch out for. Anybody else, you're on your own. If you weren't smart enough to group up, if you weren't smart to take care of your business before things all went to crap, that's not my fault. That's your fault. So if you come again, like I said, you have to be ready to deal with the consequences. But Slim Shady says you're not really free. LOL. Well, as free as we can be, Slim Shady. How about that? Yeah, trespassers will be prostituted. Exactly. I saw that sign and I thought that was hilarious. So if you go to a concealed carry class in Arkansas, you are told shoot to kill. Absolutely. Absolutely, as it should be. You have that, it's a tool. You use the tool when there is an aggressive threat to your life. I would not be one ever to pull it out and flash it around and think I'm a tough guy. That's not the case. If I have to pull out what I have, you're going down. Period. Because I've deemed you a threat, and you are a threat to me and the ones that I love, and that's it. So, but like I said again, it's not. I honestly I would never want to. I would never want to shoot anybody. I hope I never have to. You know, but again, we don't know what's going to happen in life. So really quickly, guys, before we do the egg count, I'm going to do two things. I want to talk about the Loma Health, which is there's a link down below. JJ will throw the link up as well. They have a product that is an American-made company out of Texas. All the products come from the U.S. and it is a immune booster. It's an 8-in-1 immune booster. It is really good to have. It's a supplement that you can take, and I think it's a good thing to have, and we should be using it now. And it's also a great thing to have when SHTF hits the fan. Having that is, yep, so JJ just threw the link up there. You can save 10% by using my link. So if you go to their website using that link, you will see the product. You'll save 10%. You can save an additional 10% if you decide to get a monthly order sent to your house. 60 pills in each one. You take 2 pills a day. It helps boost your immune system. I think it's a really, really good thing. All right. So definitely take advantage of that. Also, we have on my website, we have the Prepper Nurse One community, which is a resource that we set up for you guys to be able to connect with like-minded people. Definitely take advantage of that as well. Uh, you know, hey Ed, my wife carries, so do I. We feel safer. Absolutely, and you should. Again, it's a tool. It's a tool like anything else. So, but also, if you go there, you do have to register, but there is no credit card information. It is free to join. And once you're in, check out the message boards and look for people in your state or your country. We also have the Forefathers, which is a CBD and hemp store. And so if you go preppernurse1.com, you will see the Forefathers logo. You click on that, it will take you to their website. When you're on their website, you can save 15% if you use the discount code PrepperNurse1. So definitely take advantage of that as well. Again, CBD products are a good thing to have. They help with a myriad of different things. And so definitely take advantage of that. The last thing on my website, preppernurse1.com, we have the Legacy freeze-dried foods. 25-year shelf life. Again, so you go preppernurse1.com, click on store, it drops down. You'll see Legacy Foods. You click on that, it will take you to the store within the website. Once you're in there, again, 25-year shelf life, GMO free. Gluten options are available for people that need that. It is also vegetarian, but there are beef and chicken options that can be purchased separately. So definitely take advantage of that. Good thing to have in your long-term food storage. I believe in it so much that I have it in my own food storage. Okay, so I don't promote anything I don't believe in. All right. So anyway, so let's do the egg count. So where the question is, how many eggs, and yes or no, did Thick Neck lay today? So I will give you guys a moment to get your guesses up, and then I will tell you what the answer is. Give you guys another moment, and then I will give you the answer. So while we're doing it, we're at 717 in the chat. We got 347 on the thumbs up. So again, if you have not shot a thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to do that, please, to show support for the channel. And I thank you ahead of time. Let's get that number up higher. That is not high enough. It's less than, well, a little over 50% of what we have in here people-wise. But so again, it really does also help with the algorithms. So the more interaction, the better it is for the channel, and I do appreciate it for that reason as well. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, I would ask you to please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And the first, just so you guys know, the correct answer came up very, very early, and a couple people I saw had it. But Randy Romines was first. 10 eggs today, and yes, Thick Neck laid her egg today. So not too shabby. We will take that. So good day. And then somebody else had put it 10 as well right after that. But I mean, she was like the third or fourth one when I said, what's the egg count? So Randy Romines is the winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. So 2 days in a row for Thick Neck. Yep. Yep, because she laid yesterday as well. The real deal. You had the right answer as well, but I saw your answer after hers. She came up first, and then you were like 3 people down. So you had the right answer as well. I saw that as well, but I saw hers first. So, but yep, Thick Neck is like, oh, it's warmer. All right, I'll start banging out some eggs. You were both right, so it's okay. Uh, and the winner wins absolutely nothing. Well, bragging rights. That's what you win. So. Oh my goodness gracious! But yeah, so where's the fact checker? Oh my God, yes. According to the fact checker, that would be me. Oh my goodness gracious! Again, guys, crazy stuff going on. A lot of distractions happening. Again, while all these distractions are happening, the Senate has approved another $40 billion for the Ukraine. So that will be sent off to them with no accountability, no proof of where that money gets spent. So I wonder how many pockets are going to get lined at that point. I wonder how many. Crazy. But there is insanity going on. People are upset. It's just it's a matter. I honestly I don't want to put and say, oh, so we were talking a little bit earlier, and I do want to elaborate on what my thought was, because somebody said, how long do you think? I believe, and again, I could be wrong, and I don't know for sure, and I don't have something to, well, according to my calculations, okay. But that being said, I think we will see a resurgence as the fall gets closer. There will be more restrictions put in place. That's just a guess. I'm not saying that that's absolutely going to happen, but it would not surprise me at all. As things continue to get worse economically for folks, the dollar is being devalued. The stock market is going down. We are absolutely feeling the crunch. A lot of people, like I said, again, there's a lot of places out there are not getting the things that they need to make the products that they need. And, it is just, it's craziness right now. And there's a lot to be concerned about. My guess, if I had to guess, I would say at some point this coming winter, because that is when you're going to see again. So remember how bad things were this winter that we just had, as far as heating oil and everything else with that, right? Fuel prices were bad over the winter; they're worse now. Um, you're looking at electricity prices have gone up. All these things are happening, and I think it's just going to, and just going to get worse. And they're talking about blackouts because they're the power again. Our power system is antiquated. It is very, very old. That is a problem. Okay, it's a huge problem. Joe Biden ain't got 4 years left in life, as far as I would, if I had to guess. His between his dementia and he's already had, guys. You already got to understand, he's already had a couple of strokes, and so usually once you start having strokes, it's just a matter of time before the big one gets you. So do not be surprised if he does not even finish out his term. That would not surprise me at all. That would not surprise me at all. But be prepared for anything. Just continue to get ready. Take care of the things that you can control. Get food, water, supplies ready, ways to purify water. We've talked about that many, many times. Uh, you know, that's hugely important. Hugely important. Things, yes. Angelica says it's a ticking time bomb. And I couldn't agree with you more. What is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back? And when that happens, how ready we are, how prepared we are, is going to make a difference if we make it or not. It really will. And the better we're prepared, the better our chances of survival long term are. And I think that people need to take that into consideration. They need to think about that. Scary. It's really, really scary. And, you know, will something else come up? There's a lot of things that could happen. The New Madrid fault line that goes, up the Mississippi River area, that would think about that. If that, like, what was it, 1812, I believe, is when that went off, and the Mississippi River flowed backwards when that one happened. If something like that were to happen now, think about the infrastructure damage of the bridges trying to get across the Mississippi River. How bad would that be? How much damage would be in places like St. Louis and and all those type of places? So there is, there's a lot of issues, to be concerned. And I probably said that wrong. The New Meridian fault line. How is somebody put it up there for me? You know what I'm talking about, though. I probably said it wrong, but that's okay. Merid. Okay. But yeah, please stop giving them ideas. Hey, I'm going to tell you what, and I've said this one before. Think about this: bad actor hates America. How about a nuclear detonation right at Yellowstone? If you're looking to kill the whole world, wouldn't that be interesting, huh? That could set it off. That would be a real possibility of setting that off. It could happen. Absolutely could happen. Madrid. Okay, said Madrid. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, thank you. Oh my God, Whoopi Goldberg. So you want to talk about somebody that talks out of their butt constantly. And again, and I love it when somebody like her, I don't know if you guys saw that, we're all hurting. Whoopi, you're not hurting. You're worth more than $60 million. You're not hurting. You are not like the rest of us, okay? They are not, these people, live in their gated communities. Merid? Okay. All right, thank you. But that fault line went off before. It will go off again. See, this is the thing that I think a lot of people just think, well, not going to happen in my lifetime, so I'm not worried about it. Things cycle, things happen, uh, you know, but we would just have to, like I said, again, What can control? What can you do? Are we going to be able to control what our governments are going to do? Nope, absolutely not. Okay, but the only easy day was yesterday. I actually like that, prep rebel. That is an awesome saying. I really like that. Yeah, when things go down, folks, it's going to be a nightmare for everybody, for everyone. So having enough food, I was up actually up at Greg and Chris's, and Dennis has been absolutely going nuts putting in gardens up there, which is awesome. They've been doing a really really good job, and they are preparing obviously the best that they can. But he has put in a ton of gardens. Door open and all three dogs got up. Who is it, Hella? Who is it? Who's there? Is that Heather? She's doing a stretch. Now she's going to go out and look. Is that Heather, Hella? So, my last easy day was during Reagan. Oh my God, that's too funny. All right. But anyway, folks, let's just, like I said, again, living in fear, being scared to death all the time, it's not what you need to do. You need to continue to live your lives, continue to prepare the best that you possibly can, and just go from there. Ah, so we have a visitor. Well, two visitors, even though you can't see one.
You're gonna hold her because
Yeah,
you're in
I'll
a gray
hold.
shirt on.
Yeah. Oh,
Taking my hand with you.
there she is. There she is.
Oh my god, you got her in like the choke lock.
No, I just was holding her head up, so she's not in a choke lock. I would never do that.
I know. I just the way it looked from the angle.
So you want to say hello, Heather?
Hello. I'm taking a break from the very important broadcast of 90 Day Fiancé. Come in and say hello.
Well, that's very nice of you. So little Miss Stella is doing well. The last time I was home, she was in heat
The entire time.
the entire time.
And she went out of heat the next day when he left.
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. So we got to get her taken care of. But she's a good girl. Yeah, it's hard to even see her on my shirt, Heather.
She's a dark girl.
Yeah, she's a good kitty though. So I'll give you back to you, or back to you.
Give you back to you.
All right.
Oh, baby.
But fear equals compliance. Oh, absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. If you are scared enough, you will do whatever you are told. That's how they want you to be. And people will say to me, "Who is they?" Well, whoever's running the show. Um, yeah, I'm not scared. I'm pissed. You know what? I hate to see my country being destroyed from within, but I truly do believe that that is exactly what's happening.
Your arm is blocking out the girl.
Oh, well, you see, they can't see her anyway. They can't see her
There
anyway.
we go.
So,
Okay, well, I just wanted to pop in and say hello real quick.
yes,
and show
wear
my
any other
girl.
color but black, and we might see her.
Well, that's my favorite color pretty much. So it's what I predominantly wear.
Yeah. Is Hella going to have puppies? When Hella goes into heat the next time, Patty, I have a lady in my group named Donna who also has a male German Shepherd who is not fixed, and we are planning on them getting acquainted.
Oh.
And so hopefully that would be an answer of yes. Puppies are a lot of work. Wait till you get settled. Well, when she has her baby, she'll have her. She's not even in heat yet, so we have to wait until she goes into heat, and then we'll cross those bridges when we get there. But yeah, so now I'll do it this way. There's Miss Stella. Yep, turn it that way. There she is. And then Max is right behind her. So there we are. That's starting a wolf pack. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. If I breed Hella, I do plan on keeping a couple of the pups because again, if I have a few German shepherds, that would be that would be a good start to slowing people down, thinking that they're going to come in there and be foolish. And they're a great early warning system, and the better off we are with that, and I'll have plenty of room for them to run. But Important to keep multiple dogs that can handle business. Yeah, Caesar and Pandora are not the dogs that are going to attack anybody. They're not going to be the ones that. Be sure Stella doesn't get. Be sure Stella doesn't get. Or are you going to get pregnant or have? Yeah, no, she's a house cat. She doesn't go outside, so it'd be real hard for her to get pregnant because. Yeah, I know what you meant. All our other cats are indoor, outdoor, and they're all fixed. So she's the only one that is not fixed. Yeah, a pack of German Shepherds will maintain the homestead defense. Absolutely. And that's what my thought process is with that. And Hella will be, the mama. So, but she's like I said, she's a very good girl, beautiful dog. Let's see. Yeah, sand geysers erupted all through the entire fall. Yep, you're right. Yep, absolutely. What kind of dogs are Caesar and Pandora? Caesar and Pandora are half collie, and I believe they're half shepherd. We don't really know who the father was, but Greg and Chris's collie went into heat, got pregnant, and so they were the two that looked the same. Ed, are you going to be planting some fruit trees? Yes, I do plan on. I do plan on planting fruit trees down in West Virginia. Fruit trees, blueberry bushes. I just got some bushes in there that were sent to me by, as you guys know, uh, the famous writer. So, and there he is right there. I am late. When are you going back to the farmstead in West Virginia? I'm not going to give the exact date of when I'm leaving. Yeah, the gojo berries. Yep, I got those planted already, and he had sent them. Ron Foster sent them down to me, and so those are already in down there, and we'll just continue to add more things. But yeah, no, I do plan on heading back fairly soon. I'll just leave it like that. What'll happen is I'll be back in West Virginia, and you'll be like, "Oh, he's back in West Virginia." So we had a collie mix, and she was very protective and loyal. They're really really good. Oh my goodness! See, JJ's ahead of me. I'm way behind here. We got to do shout outs, folks. So Icky can. We're gonna do some shout outs real quick. Yeah, I don't give my schedule. You're right. Uh, Icky can up in Canada. Go show him some support. He's a good guy, so I would ask you to please support him. And thank you for doing that ahead of time. Also, we have Sean James with the Myself Reliance channel up there. Also, North Shore Preparedness is up in Canada as well. We have Mary Greeley News, a lot of good information. She's really focused in on Yellowstone. We have 80K Man here in New York. We also have Bizarriza Jizza is also here in New York. So support both of them. Ryan Hall Y'all, Doug and Stacy. We have Green Greg's. There is also Pinball Preparedness. You have Deep South Homestead. There is Gray Man Prepping, Magic Prepper out in North Dakota, Corporal's Corner, and we have Bush Radical and his wife, Girl in the Woods, two awesome channels. Kyle's Cabin, also up in Minnesota, also very cool people. Alaskan Prepper with Rudy, and then you have Alaskan Granny. You have Angry Prepper down in New York City, the Red Poppy Ranch, Marfugal News with Adam and Dax out on the West Coast, Wrangle Star, and I just saw a title of a video that he put up today. They're trying to get me shut down on YouTube. Well, that happens a lot. That's what the trolls try to do. You have Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project. You have Adapt 2030. You have Suspicious Observer is another great channel. Survival Lily, really good. There is Tessie. Also, you have the Nomadic Movement down in Panama. They're really good. You have the Green Dream Project, which is in Arizona. They're awesome as well. I think I said Doug and Stacy already, but I'll say them again. What else? Steve Wallace with Camping with Steve is awesome guy as well. Love his stuff. Appalachia's Homestead with Petra, Ice Age Farmer. You have who am I not thinking? Prepper Princess is another really good channel. Um, Lumina Acres, yep. So a lot of good information out there. A lot of good channels. You have Joe with St. Bernard Acres. Boss of the Swamp is another channel that I enjoy. But I know I'm one of these days. East Tennessee Preparedness is another one. But it's there's a lot of good channels. There's a lot of good information. I think we should be supporting each other. I think that that is a good thing to do. So, Prepper Nation, Bear Independent, Bushcraft Bear, the Needy Homesteader. Yep, you guys are throwing all these ones out here that I forgot. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of good channels out there. And again, I do believe we should be supporting each other. And I think that that's a good thing. So, all right, that's it for the shout outs. That's all we're going to do for today. So what are we at? 593 in the chat. We're at 467. So let's go for 600. Let's see if we can do 600 thumbs up. You guys have not been good with thumbs up today for some reason. We had over almost 800 people in the chat earlier, and for whatever reason, people are just not throwing those thumbs up there today. I don't think I did mention Bjorn Hansen or Corporal's Corner, so I think we need to make sure we mention them as well. But so again, if you haven't shot that thumbs up yet, I'm going to ask you to do that to show support for the channel. Let's see if we can hit 600. I don't think that that is an unrealistic number. So that's 116 more. Also, again, it really does help with the algorithms. So the more interaction, the better it is for the channel. So I thank you for that reason as well. Also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. And thank you. So JJ also threw up Heather's website. That is her Etsy account. She's making cat hats. She's making regular hats for regular people. Uh, Also, she has jewelry that she's making there as well. So if you would like to show her some support and go over there, check her channel out, and help a kid out. She's I'd like to see her continue to do that type of stuff. I kind of like having her around, and so the longer she stays home, and like I said, once we get to West Virginia, she's going to have her own house, so she'll have her own privacy, which I think is a good thing for any young person. They should have their own privacy. So, but what do we got here? So we have 499. So we need 101 more thumbs up, guys. But anyhow, you know, with everything that is going on, again, with the 520 for regular and 530 for diesel. Well, I know we're over 6 for diesel down here in New York because we're at like I said, 485. It went up another 16 cents from the other day here, and the cashier told me that it had gone up 50 cents in 3 days. So, that is ridiculous. And, with the blame being squarely put on Russia and Ukraine situation is nonsense. It is price gouging, and that is my opinion. And they continue to do it, and they will always continue to do it because that's what they do. And um, there's nothing you can do about it. But, that's part of the game. They will scare you into submission. They will make it so difficult for you to travel. I'm saving gas by walking an average of 4 miles a day every day. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Get a bicycle. You can go a lot further on a bicycle than you can walking. Get a good reliable bicycle with the big thick tires, and you should be in pretty good shape. I think everybody should have a bicycle anyway, because if it is a bug out situation, and let's say it was an EMP, well, you have a mode of transportation, highly sought after, very, very valuable. So we're up to 516. So we need 84 more thumbs up to hit the goal of 600, which is not a huge goal, I don't think. So let's keep those thumbs up coming. So what we are going to do now is we are going to do We Are Legion. We are Legion because we are many. We are all over the world. We're all over the country. Uh, we're a huge network of people, and people don't realize how much power we really truly have, but we do have a lot. Where is everybody from tonight? We got Missouri, Dayton, Ohio, Franklin County, Ohio, Central Missouri, Bloomberg, Pennsylvania, Waterloo, New York, Lake East, Ohio, Northern California, Western Iowa, Tucson, Arizona, BC, Canada, Anchorage, Alaska is in the house. Very nice. Uh, let's see, Ocean Park, Washington State, Albany, Georgia, Western Kentucky, Maryland, East Texas, Belgium is in the house. Welcome. BC, Canada once again, Alabama, Roll Tide, of course, Vancouver Island, Fort Worth, Texas, Pennsylvania Wilds, Mayberry, Nowheresville. I actually like that. That's actually funny. Connecticut, Armpit of New England. Very nice. Nebraska, Birdsboro, Pennsylvania, Beech Grove, Indiana, Cleveland, Tennessee. Let's see, Nowhere, Oklahoma, Ulster Park, New York, Edgewater, Florida, Western New York, Boone, North Carolina, Northern Michigan, Missouri City, Missouri, East Coast of Massachusetts, Bunny Girl, Troutsville, Virginia, Minneapolis, Minnesota, Beech Grove, Indiana, once again, Greensburg, Pennsylvania, Southern Illinois, Newfoundland is in the house. Very nice. Uh, let's see, Thomasville, Georgia, Paw Paw, West Virginia. West Virginia's got some cool names. Beech Grove, Indiana, once again. Let's see, Arizona's in the house. West Virginia, once again. So we got, I guess that's it, guys. That's all we're going to do because nobody's putting them up there. We got Northwest Louisiana, Massachusetts. That's funny. Coverdale, Indiana, windy northern highlands of California. We got Montana. Australia's in the house with Elvis. That's where Elvis went. Southwest Virginia, Central Iowa, South Carolina. So, anyway, again, we're all over the world, guys. We're all over the place. We're a huge family. We're a huge network. We are truly the ones that can make a difference now, and we can make a difference when that time comes. We really, truly can. And so, Ozark, Kansas hillbilly. I like that. So, but Connecticut, not the non-armpit part. Oh my God, that's freaking hilarious. Yeah, I would. I hopefully I get some sleep tonight too. I'm hoping to. Yeah, this today has been not great for getting sleep. I have to do a catch up for sure, but we'll get there. Hey, things come up, little things come up, and you got to roll with it and deal with it, and then you just kind of go on. But so we're at 538 on the thumbs up, guys. We still need 61 more, around 60, 39. 61 more thumbs up. Let's get that 600 number. So, again, if you haven't done so, please do so to show support, which is appreciated. Also, again, it really does make a difference with the algorithms. More interaction, the better it is for the channel. So, I appreciate that as well. Also, again, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. As we continue to watch the deterioration of our once beautiful country, the amping up of hate rhetoric by the government, which is in the news media, which is constant because they want us to fight each other. I want you guys to think about something. If they can get us fighting amongst each other over things that are nonsensical and don't matter. I just saw an article. I want you guys to understand this. 61% of the people in the United States are white. 54% of all mass shooters are white in this country. That's not even a full representation of the number of people that are percentage that we make up. You know who is overrepresented in that category? Who is overrepresented? Asians and blacks. They make up a much larger proportionate number than their demographic thing in the country. But because the news media only wants to push one narrative, you know, that's what we get to see. And, you know, that's why and again, I would be very, very curious. I will say this again. I want to see the list of medications that this 18-year-old kid that did what he did in Buffalo, New York. I want to see what medications he was on. Because I will almost guarantee you, I can't say for a fact because I don't know, but it would not shock me if he was on some form of an antidepressant or other medication, and wouldn't shock me at all. Uh, Realistically, with most of the shooters out there, regardless of what color they are, what background or where they come from, it would not shock me if most of them were on antidepressants. All but one mass shooter was on an antidepressant. Well, isn't that interesting? I don't know if that's true or not, but I think that one had a brain tumor, and that would be the kid in Texas that went up there. He ended up it was a brain tumor, but that's no excuse to do what he did either. Charles Whitman, that would be the one back there. That was the first and famous, you know. Yes, Ed, but ammo and guns are not everything. No, they're not. I never said they were everything. Never said they were everything. They are a tool like anything else, but they are a tool that you're going to need to have when the time comes. Because if you don't have that tool, somebody else that does have that tool will take everything else that you have because you did not have that tool. So that's where I'm at with that one. That's kind of where I stand. So we've been approaching the edge of the cliff for some time now, climbing the hill. We're now cresting the hill, folks, but the edge of the cliff isn't too far off now. Get ready for a heck of a ride down. Wolfbane's Hollow just said that, and I cannot disagree with you. Not disagree with you at all on that one. But you know, so we're at 558. So we need 42 more thumbs up. Can we do it? Can we hit that 600 number? I know you guys can do it. It's been a grind tonight with these thumbs up. I don't know why, but let's see if we can do it. We need well now we're 36 away. 36 more thumbs up to hit that 600 number. Can you guys do it? Some people are just too easily brainwashed. Pathetic. They are. Absolutely they are. They believe everything that they're told. They don't question anything. They sure don't think from themselves. They repeat the mantra that and you always can tell. You can always tell when somebody is just parroting what they heard on TV because they try to use the same points all the time. And it's just like, really, whatever happened to thinking for yourself? But they don't. They don't research things. They don't check things out. But yeah, so that's how it is. If the grid goes down, then they can't propaganda us anymore. True, but what they would do, again, and I've talked about this before, and it would not shock me. If you're trying to get people to move from areas where you don't want them into more controllable areas, you have power outages in said areas and say, well, if you come to this area, we have power and we can help you. A lot of people will flock to the new area because that is, their only alternative because they are not prepared. So again, that's how that will be orchestrated. You want to get people out of the rural areas, you cut the power off, and then you just wait. You don't have to really do anything else. You really don't. It's a matter of time. Somebody gets sick, your child gets sick. What are you going to do if you don't have somebody there that can help and take care of that child? You're going to go and do what you got to do. That's just the way it is. I mean, so they don't have to come in with mass numbers and try to take things over or any of that type of stuff. They don't have to, guys. These are very, very smart people. So we're at 583. So we need 17 more thumbs up, guys. 17 more. I know you guys can do it. So anyway, I want to thank my moderators who do an absolutely awesome job with the chat, keeping the chat clean. You guys are amazing, and thank you very much. I do appreciate that. It's amazing that, like I said, you guys have been with me for a long time. It's very appreciated. Thank you, all of you, for being here. Makes a big difference too. That's why I'm here, because you guys are here. So I do appreciate you guys joining me for these chats. It's a lot of fun, and we have a really good time with it. I think we do anyway. And so there we are. Also, again, it's a lot of fun. It really truly is. So we at 589. We need 11 more. 11 more thumbs up. We'll hit our goal of 600, and then I promise I will shut up about the thumbs up for at least tonight anyway. 595. We need five more. All right. Remember, guys, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race. As soon as we can figure that one out, we are going to be in much, much better shape. Uh, there we are, 603. See, I won't ask for not one more, but you can keep going if you want to. 601 now, so I'm 2-1 away. Um, but Great tan, Ed. Well, thank you. It'll get darker as soon as I get back to West Virginia. It'll get a lot darker. Um, Again, we have to stop letting them divide us. We need to work together. We need to come together as a human race, and we could tackle any problems that are out there. We really could. Also, remember, guys, to hug and kiss the ones that you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really important that we tell the people that we care about every day how we feel. Last but not least, STD, step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you are trying to do, whatever you are trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching your goal is you. That's it, nobody else. Stay positive, stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. I hope you all have a great weekend. Get out there and prep. Keep helping yourselves. Just be decent to each other. Treat people the way you want to be treated. I think that that's a good mantra as well. So anyway, guys, I will see you all later. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse One out for now.